we're glad to have you part of this special edition of Scholastic Sports Showcase here on PCTN. This game really could come down to the final quarter. There are two very fine ball players in Larry Mayo and Brad Scioli on the Upper Merion team. We've been told that our sources tell us that they could match up very well with Hassan Abdullah and Chris Long, and it could come down to the other players. We're about to find out as the teams are ready to go to the center court and just about set for the tip-off of tonight's basketball action.
I guess they're a little late on the meeting, PIAA, the coaches and the officials and the school officials meeting at the scorers table.
And that gives us an opportunity to show you the starting lineups for tonight's game. Tonight's lineups are brought to you by Ronell Marchetti Plumbing, South Poplar Street in Hazleton, wishing the best of luck to the Cougars in their quest for a state title. For the Upper Merion Vikings, it's Cooper, Mayo, Scioli, that's how you pronounce that, Wolf, and DeFeo. And of course for Hazleton, the five that has got them here, you dance with the ones that brung you. D'Agostino, Long, Abdullah, Scherzen, and Kringy. Those lineups brought to you by Marchetti's Plumbing, Poplar Street in Hazleton.
The only thing I'm worried about, Roger, I have a good feeling about the Cougars all the way down. They're in their red uniforms. They haven't played in the tournament in the red uniforms. I'm very superstitious. I would have been much more comfortable had they been in their home whites, but maybe we can overcome that little bit of whatever it is that I have within me.
Tonight's officials, Owen Hanna, Bob Newberry, and Joe Lindsay. They are District 3 officials. We're underway. Eastern semifinal. And it is Hazleton area controlling the tip-off.
Expect to see matchup zone both ends of the court, from the Vikings and from the Cougars.
You will see multiple zone defenses from the Vikings. Hassan Abdullah in the paint. That's the scoring underway. Now we'll identify the Vikings for you. Larry Mayo, the man with the basketball, extremely smooth in everything that he does on the basketball floor. 33 is Brad Wolf. 10 is Chris Cooper. I got a story on him I'll share with you in a minute. 13, the man with the basketball. This is Brad Scioli to the basket. Offensive foul. Brad Scioli, I got to tell you, this is a quarterback on their football team. He is a Division I prospect. He has schools like North Carolina and Miami looking at him for his basketball abilities. Only a junior. You saw the foul on the replay.
Lowered the shoulder, and that's what caused the offensive foul call.
Scioli, they tell me next year when he reaches his senior year that he will receive similar attention to that of what Ron Powlis did. First quarter of tonight's game is being brought to you by West Coast Video. D'Agostino for three from the wing. Paul Scherzen goes high to come down with a rebound.
And don't be upset if it takes a while for the kids to adjust to the baskets. Shooting perspective a little bit different here at Hershey Park Arena.
Foul called this time. It is on Dave DeFeo. Paul Scherzen, a good job of working on the boards. Hazleton area on top by a score of 2-0. Well, the first quarter of tonight's game is being brought to you by West Coast Video, your complete video home entertainment center, featuring our wall of new release movies, in addition to a tremendous selection of Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, and Nintendo. Open 7 days a week. West Coast Video. We have more copies of the hit. West Coast Video, Midway Shopping Center, Wyoming, Country Club Shopping Center, Dallas, and the Churchill Mall, Hazleton.
Scherzen, a key in tonight's ball game. As Roger said, there's going to be probably even up on the two big guys. Paul Scherzen could very well be the key here tonight for the Cougars.
Mayo gives to Cooper. Cooper is their leading three-point shooter.
Cougars, senior man, in-your-face man-to-man.
This is Brad Wolf. Mayo receiving some Division I attention. Trying to go to Scioli. Abdullah tips it away. Terry Kringy quickly ahead to John D'Agostino. This is Terry Kringy to the bucket. Drops it to Long for three. Chris Long, the 6'1 senior, gives Hazleton area a 6-0 lead. Mayo off the glass. Abdullah, the rebound, and a foul called. That is going to go against Larry Mayo. Mayo Mayo, a 6'1 senior, as I said, receiving Division I attention for his basketball abilities.
Cougars well prepared as they've been throughout the tournament, going with the straight man, aggressive man. They're pumped. You can see it on their faces. Destiny's darlings, perhaps.
Nice crowd on hand here at Hershey Arena. Paul Serzin off the mark with that one for 3. Rebound, Chris Cooper. Here come the Vikings. Matches up against Pringy. Mayo against Agostino. This is Scioli. Goes to the bucket on Abdullah. Kicks it to the corner.
Might be a surprise for the Vikings that the Cougars are in their man. I'm sure they prepared for that notorious matchup.
And this foul on Hassan Abdullah, the official sending a message early on in this one saying, we are in control.
Aggressive post play.
First personal foul on Hassan Abdullah, first team foul. Here for 3, Chris Cooper. Off the mark, it's Chris Long with a rebound. Long pulls it back up. Cougars will set it up. Terry Pringy drops it in the corner, nothing doing. Hazelton willing to be patient. Nice speed from Hassan Abdullah. Couldn't get it to go. Here comes Larry Mayo looking for their opening point of the game. Mayo to the bucket.
Hello on that one, buddy. I'll tell you what, that was first-class move behind the back. Pringy in good defensive position. Couldn't do anything about that.
Joe Gimento, the coach of the Vikings, says this kid is smooth, and you saw right there why he made that statement and why he's receiving Division I looks.
As is number 14 in the red.
Chris Long, of course, the man we're talking about.
Good patience from the Cougar. Looking to get Abdullah in the post. He has him sealed. There's a seal system.
Long for 3. In and out. Serzin the rebound. Follow-up goes. Well, you gotta like Paul Serzin the way he steps up in the big games. That's 3 points for Paul Serzin, the 6'3 junior. Here's Mayo to the bucket. Foul Paul Serzin.
Unbelievable, Roger, as you said, how he steps up. Very quiet. He's been quiet all year, but even in these games, he's still quiet on the floor. But really, it's key points and rebounds, and very, very aggressive.
That was the man we were talking about, Paul Serzin. To the line will go Larry Mayo. He is their best free throw shooter. Shoots about 70%. 1 of 1. 3 points in the ball game. He represents all of the scoring. A good look at Larry Mayo. You can see the end seats around the end lines here are not full, except for one section on the other end of the court here, which is filled with the pack. Mayo gets the friendly bounce.
Pack came down. They tailgated outside with hot dogs on the grill. They're having a great time.
It's what memories are made of. You seize these opportunities when you can get them.
Half-court trap off the main foul shot.
Pringy, penetration to the basket, off the
That was not a freshman move. What a nice move.
West Coast Video scoreboard 10-4, Hazleton area by 6. 42 is the fail.
4 for 8. Upper Merion 1 for 3. Good defense, only giving up 3 shots.
Scioli gets the friendly roll. Brad Scioli, his first 2 points of the ball game, a 6'4 junior. He's the guy we were telling you about, real good athlete.
Was he put together? I hate to run into him on a pick, Roger. He could lose a few teeth.
You got that right. Hassan Abdullah, foul.
Good offense from the Cougars that time. They overloaded against the matchup. Of course, when you practice against the matchup, which the Cougars play 90% of the time, obviously they know what to do with it because they're practicing against offenses that might attack their own matchup, so that it works to the advantage of the team. Maybe that's why Coach Leib went to the straight man coming out of the gate tonight.
Brad Wolf picked up the personal foul. Hassan Abdullah will continue. His hot free throw shooting, 1-1. 3 points on the night for Abdullah. 11-6, Hazleton area 5-point lead. Good look at Hassan Abdullah, who nails the second one.
He's been red hot from that foul line. Token pressure from D'Agostino. His mouth started to water when they said Mayo was averaging around 30 points in the playoffs. He said, I'll take him.
And that's the kind of attitude you need to have to step up to do this.
He'd rather play defense than anything else. Look at him. Good D.
Mayo very quick around D'Agostino. Got the shot off, but couldn't get it to fall. Chris Long, the rebound. Chris Long behind the back to the basket. Mayo, the rebound. 2-on-1 break. Here come the Vikings. To Scioli it goes.
Boy, he can move, Roger. He's 6'4". I can understand why he'd be a QB. Real smooth.
Well, the Hazleton area by 4. That will give you an indication as to how they put together that 27-4 run against a very good and outstanding Norristown team.
Good patience, looking for the open shot. But the defense moving very well.
With 1:35 left, here's Scherzen.
Nice pass.
Stripped it goes to Abdullah. Scherzen tried to keep it alive. It's going to be Viking basketball.
I'm sure that Temple University, which is very close to Upper Merion, would have an influence on the coaching staff. And you watched the NCAAs last night, you saw a tremendous matchup with Temple. And that's what you're seeing now. It's aggressive. You would think that the zone would not be so aggressive, but it is.
And Upper Merion going to be content to shorten the quarter to 7 minutes. Actually, 7 minutes and about 45 seconds.
You know, this doesn't upset Hazleton area because they've seen it all year long and they themselves do it. So it's not anything unusual. Rebounding first quarter, Cougars 5, the Vikings 4.
First quarter of tonight's game has been brought to you by West Coast Video. Located in the Westgate. Here's D'Agostino. Offensive player control foul, John D'Agostino. West Coast Video located in the Midway Shopping Center, Wyoming, the Country Club Shopping Center, Dallas, and the Churchill Mall, Hazleton. 43 seconds left, and the only thing that happened in that exchange was D'Agostino got a personal foul chalked up behind his name.
You know what, though? I think that's good for him because he's like a football player who goes into the game. You got to get a hit first, then you're okay. And I think, you know, now he's settled down. He's got his teeth rattled just a bit. Now he'll even be tougher.
Mayo and D'Agostino almost a one-on-one match here.
There it comes the other way.
And now, that's what you call consistency. That's exactly the call you got on the other end. The difference is that's Mayo's second personal foul.
That could be key. There's the good footwork on the defense. Nice. I don't know if we have a replay on that, but you see the excellent defensive foot movement from D'Agostino.
6 seconds left. Here's Long at the buzzer. First quarter done. We'll be back. 12-8 Hazleton.